President Jacob Zuma and Finance Minister Zuma Gordhan met with some 100 CEOs yesterday. The aim to serve up ideas on how to avoid a sovereign credit downgrade. In the event of a downgrade, it would mean that government and other institutions would have to pay steep interest rates for monies borrowed in the future. Business came up with an 8-point business plan. These include accelerated public and private partnerships in development projects, being united behind a cohesive narrative and plan, the appointment of qualified leaders in key public service positions, and more effective management of state-owned enterprises, among others. Business also indicated a willingness to take the short-term pain of higher taxes.
However hard we think this medicine is, if we don't take it, it will become possibly 10, 50, 20 times harder. If you look at countries like Colombia, took 18 years to recover from their junk status. If you look at Argentina, still struggling. And we can go on and on.
One key stakeholder missing from yesterday's discussions was Labour. It will be critical for the government to take on board the views of highly fragmented representation. Without their buy-in, any plan will likely fall by the wayside.
What we can't have is business and government agreeing on an 8-point plan, and then within 2 months the economy is brought to a halt because NUMSA is playing a different tune, COSATU is doing something else, AMCO is doing something else, FEDUSA is doing something else. Then we are back to square one. So yes, we need to engage Labour, all of them, not just COSATU. Engage and agree that the interest of the working class, the interest of their respective federations' members demand that certain negotiations, certain give and take to be done.
Aberdeen argues that tax hikes will harm economic growth and that the burden will need to be more on government ensuring proper expenditure.
The real adjustment must come on the wasteful expenditure. Remember, the Auditor General records that between 60 to 80 billion rand of government expenditure is not accounted for, is wasted. We need to really use all that we know in business and elsewhere to bring that into close to zero.
The stakes are high. The question is, between the State of the Nation address from the President this evening and the budget presentation from the Finance Minister later this month, will these key speeches do enough to avert the country from junk status? Nompumela Losiziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.